G'day guys, this is Mick from Mickeyblu, the founder of Mickeyblu. I'm going to take you through a few of our niche products today, our light bars, our generators, our rooftop tents, our LED lights. Let's go and have a look. Okay, so hi there. So first of all, we're going to chat about my flagship product that has built my whole company over 5 years. My 4 kVA, sourced from the same factory as Hyundai, OEM, original engineering manufacturer in China, Hyundai, Korea. What we did is, over the years, we have developed from our older model to our newer model, because we learnt what people were doing wrong and what may break or won't break. So we believe that if you build things that don't break, you don't need a warranty. First of all, my older model, they come with a plastic tank. Every generator in Australia will come with a plastic tank. Now, why would they use a plastic tank over a metal tank? Overseas, the petrol will freeze. In Australia, they don't freeze. The problem was these fuel caps were breaking all the time, and all the inserts were ending up in the fuel filter. So we decided, I spoke to the Hyundai Korea factory and said, I want to get a metal tank so the plastic caps don't break. As simple as that. It's just the cap. What we did is we decided to build you a 4 kVA. Okay, we want a 4 kVA, especially for a caravan. 1 unit, of course, 31 kilos of weight. Want a 4 kVA because people can turn more things on in the van than off. Air conditioner, no problem. That's the number one question. Mick, will it run the air conditioner? Absolutely it will, because it's a 4 kVA. But being pure sine wave, you'll get 80% of that power, a constant of about 3,200 watts of power. A 7.1 litre tank runtime about 8 or 9 hours. We also changed out the control panel from 1 plug to 2 plugs. They're both dual 10 and 15 amp plugs, so 1 for caravan, 1 for angle fridge. An LCD screen, which we can turn them on later and show you how they run. It will show all your volts, your amps, your watts, and your minute and hour meter to service the machine. Key start, remote start, or pull start. The remote controls work within a 20 metre radius, so you can take the keys out, turn this button on and start them up by remote control, which we'll show you later as well. The number one question is, how loud are they? They are around 56 to 60 dB, depends on the level of the appliance that you put on. A kettle will certainly make it sing, because kettles draw more power than anything in the whole house. What do you get with this generator? Apart from being pre-oiled and tested by my team, 1540 semi-synthetic oil is what we need to use. You also get a spare oil bottle, spare spark plug remover, oil adder remover extender, Phillips head screwdriver, direct current cable that slots into there to charge up all your batteries, 12 volt, 8.3 amps. And you get a full canvas bag, which is hit here as well, so you can put it all into your generator. When you want to add or remove the oil, you've got an opener that opens the dipstick, and then when you want to drop it, obviously you screw that in, turn the fuel tap off, of course, and then you'll tip that into a bucket, 650 mils, and then you use your oil bottle to squeeze it back in, and then turn the tap on and reprime it again. Direct fuel injection carburetor is the key. And what did we do that? We removed the primer bulb. No primer bulb on these generators. Why? Because guys were over flooding them and the primer bulb is split. So we removed this whole system and put a direct fuel injection carburetor in them. Air filter, coil, every part can be sourced here. You can't give a warranty without parts, so we have every single part in stock. Carburetors, the whole lot. Fuel pumps, everything is here as well, even spare tanks and caps. And control panels and inverter plates, which we'll show you later. What I like about them, they're portable with an inbuilt trolley and inbuilt wheels. This is a wonderful idea because they are 31 kilos. They can be quite weighted to move around, but at home, 10 plugs as well to run your property, chest of freezer, lights, fridges and so forth. Pure sine wave means no fluctuation of power, so you can run all your laptops and iPhones as well and so forth. A major thing is they are air vented underneath. So please don't ever run them directly on the ground itself, or they'll eat up all the dirt and go straight into the carburetor. So we'll give you a bag, a tarp, piece of carpet, whatever, just don't put them on the dirt itself. And please run them in the shade, don't run them in direct sun. And for guys who don't read the manual, we also put a checklist on the back of them. Please read that. If you follow this by not running them on the ground, dropping the oil and so forth, you will never need a warranty. That's pretty much the crux of this model. Like I said, we will turn them on shortly to show you how quiet they are, even with an air conditioner going. We'll show you the idle flow, And then out the back in the workshop, we'll actually take you through the full internal components of this generator to see exactly what you get. You can also go on my Mickeyblu generator page and watch these being made in the Hyundai Korea factory that we're allowed to film the whole production as well. Thank you. Okay, so now you've seen the exterior of the generator. I promise I'll show you the interior buildings and components of this generator. Obviously this has been opened up the casing so you can look totally inside. Hyundai built, sourced. This is exactly what you get through any Hyundai generator, sourced from the same factory. The most important part is the inverter plate. The inverter plate's the part that gives you all your pure sine wave electricity. This is the most important part of any pure sine wave inverter generator. As you see, you can't fix these because they pour the black resin into them with the diodes and the coils and the plugs. If these break by being built cheap through other online sellers, then you've got to go and put another one in. These can range from $500 to $2,000 to change them out. Depends on what badge you've got on your generator. This is the bit here inside the machine. This bit obviously sits here, as you can see, with the casing over, and that's the bit that really runs everything in your generator. Your carburetor, once again, a fuel injection carburetor. So it comes straight off the pump and straight into the carby and then fires straight away. And that's why we removed, once again, we told you the primer bulb. So when you turn it on, starter motor starts and then that just pumps it straight out and fires the motor up. You've got an automatic or a manual cold start choke built into these as well. This bit here is what they call a streeter motor. This controls the idle flow of the machine. Carbies, once again, are very important. Air cleaner. Once again, don't run them on the ground because they'll suck up all the dirt with all the openings. As you can see in this mould, what makes it really quiet is they put an exterior foam in there to muffle the noise to keep them quiet. Once again, the old school of the plastic tank and the new school we built in as a metal tank. And this is the remote control for your key start or remote start. This is actually attached to the tank, as you can see, and each one is catered to their own machine. Every part we have in stock. Once again, spare control panels. You can see those, we've got these on stock. Carbies, inverter plates. What else do you get? Once again, we went through the package, your DC cable, your spare remote control fuse for your battery. There's your battery, 12 volt, 5 amps, dry cell battery, 50 mil. Plugs at the front and that goes inside to run your key start and remote control. And you've got all your Phillips head screwdriver, spark plug remover and your oil, once again, adder or remover extender. They're quite important. The fuel filter, please leave that in the tank. Don't take them out because this captures all the dirty fuel. And please don't leave the petrol in the tank any longer than 2 months or petrol goes off and smells like varnish. And then we've got to strip the carby and flush the tank. Old school ones, primer bulbs, we don't have those anymore. Like I said before, we removed all this because they break and they get hard and they get brittle and you don't want to use these anymore. But unfortunately online, this is all you get. Apart from the canvas bag that we give you over there, which protects the generator, it comes with a full Velcro pocket. So you can put all your manual and all your belongings and your care package inside. Also it comes with a weatherproof tab so you can carry it as well and look after it. Once again, don't run them on the ground. If you're going to run them on the ground, you don't have a tarp, take the bag off, throw it on the ground, and you can run them on the bag just to stop all the dust coming up through the carburetor. Now I think we need to go and show you guys how quiet these are, which is the most important part. You've seen it all now. Let's go and see how they run nice and quiet, and then we're done. Thank you. Okay, so finally you've got one. You've brought one, you've taken it home, you've taken it out of the box. Obviously it comes like this. 1540 oil, semi-synthetic, has already been added. Don't add any oil, drop it after 20 hours. We do that so you can't start them out oil in them, I promise you. The very first job you do is you need to turn the fuel tap on. Obviously to get the fuel in, okay? Take that on, go to your service station or get your jerry can. 91 petrol is all you need. You don't need premium petrol because they're a stationary motor like a lawnmower, so don't waste your money on premium, just use normal 91. You've added your fuel, you've turned the tap on. You don't have to prime them, of course, remember, because they've got no primer bulb. Turn your remote control switch on. You get 2 keys and 2 remote controls, one for you and one for your missus or your partner. Put them on your key ring and 2 keys as well. These start by key start, remote start, or pull start if you flatten the battery. To start the remote control, you just hold this button down, you hold it in, and you release your finger. Now this is happening here, but we can do it within a 15 to 20 metre radius. That can work through tin and brick, laying in bed, hit the button, turn them on and off. On your LCD screen, it shows all your volts, your amps, your watts, your minute and hour meters to service the machine, 20 hours, drop the oil. Very simple, turn the tap off, drop the oil, and your fuel gauge as well. I've just hit the button and turned it off. That's how sensitive these are by turning them on and off as well. That's okay, because I can get the key now and just turn on my key anyway. That's how easy these turn on and off. You've got to near touch it as you finishes. So key start's really good too for the wives. Turn the key. Once it turns off, take the keys out. If you want to turn it off again, hit your button. And if you flatten that battery and you can't start it by key or remote, excuse me, I'll turn my back to you, turn the key, undo your coil, decompression in the coil, it'll go. See, it primes themselves as they go because there's no primer bulb. What draws more power than any appliance in your house? Every one we test, we use one of these first. 2,150 watt kettle, and then we go up from there to take up to 3,200 watts. 10 amp plug, 10, 15, in she goes. This will sing, I promise you, because these draw so much power. 2,153 watts, 9 amps on a kettle. Most caravans put the kettle on the gas, obviously, but you can use it if you want to out in the bush because you've got so much power. Once it's done, the autoflow drops down. Here's the air conditioner running now. That's the air conditioner on because it's a 4 kVA. This is what you want. This is what we've built. Everything you've seen live, internal, external, Mickeyblu Australia, Midvale. Give us a call, come and see us, and we'll take care of you. mickeybluaustralia.com.au. Have a good day. Cheers. Another quality product we introduced are monocrystalline 12 volt solar panels. Fixed or portable are the two types you get. There's many other flexibles and mats which I don't recommend. I can explain to you reason why if you give me a call later. 250 watt, 14.5 amps, a 200 watt, 11.81 amps, 147.5 amps and so forth. Different size panels give you different amount of amps replacement back into your deep cycle batteries to run your gear. These can go into boats, caravans, four-wheel drives, any type of flat surface with a 12 volt application, we can mount them onto your appliances to run your gear. Full shade tolerant means bypass diodes. This particular one, as an example, as you face the window, the light is on. Down, she goes off and on she is again, and that's not connected to the battery because I work on the UV ray now, not direct sunlight. Lots of people think that they need sun, not anymore. When you come into me, I'm going to ask you what you want to power. A fridge, what make of fridge is it? Waco, Engel, a Danfoss or a swing motor. Because different size amps require different size solar. We've got side brackets to mount them properly on the roof, and we've got corner brackets as well to mount them on the corners. That my guys will tack and then sicker onto your roof to give them a good clearance, a 20 mil clearance of air so they won't bow in the heat. And this is very important. Don't ever put panels directly on the roof because they bow from heat. There's a whole arrangement here. Like I said, you come and tell me what you want to power and we'll recommend you the ones you want. This is my latest one, my latest 130 panel. Old school, new school. 8.14 amps is the key. That's a very good size to put on a roof rack or a couple of roof rails on a canopy or the roof to house it onto the mesh itself. The bigger ones will go into caravans. Always determines what space and spec you got out there from air conditioners and mounts as well. And that's really about it. It's pretty simple. You just come and tell us what you want and we'll recommend you the panel that you need. I only use Bosch deep cycle batteries because Bosch has been proven for years, and then we've got a whole range of pure sine wave inverters as well. Pure sine wave is the key, so there's no fluctuation of power. That's it, plain and simple. There's our solar panel range from an 80 watt to a 250 watt. Okay, at the end of the day, you want power, you want product, and you want price. 4 kVA is more than enough power for home or caravan. well reputable Hyundai company for many, many years, and the price $17.99, not like other models that can go up to $4,500 for the same 4 kVA. One thing you've got to remember, as we showed you today, these are not eBay special, okay? China can build to a very cheap cost, unfortunately. We all think they're the same molds, and I thought so many, many years ago. Inverter plate. This is the bit which is going to save you or have you in the dark, because it'll die and then you've got no power, you're out the bush, and then it's got to go into a powered site. These are made by machine, not made by human solder, so our return rate is next to nothing now, okay? As long as you don't run them in the sun, don't run them in the heat, don't run them in the box, you're not going to have any problem. This is the bit that you need to look at. Forget the mould, components. The components is what makes it. Quiet, light, pure sine wave, powerful enough, affordable enough, parts guarantee, pre-tested before they go. There's not much more I can do, ladies and gentlemen. I've 8,000 sold so far, like I said, of all my models. We sell about 80 every couple of months, and we'll continue to bang them out the door. I have 20 caravan dealers currently that take all these in as well. Down Under RV, Cannington RV, go on my website and find out the rest of them as well. Give them a call and they can also take you through it. We're here not just to take your money, but to give you free camping power, parked by the river, nice and quiet, and don't upset the neighbours. Any further questions, feel free to give us a call. We love questions, or hop on the website. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for listening to the Mickeyblu. All the best. Yeah, hi, I've got Marshall here. He recently brought one of our generators about 3 months ago. He previously had an eBay generator, and I wanted to ask him about his experience with both generators, pretty much. Marshall, how are you?
Yeah, good, Mick.
Good, mate.
Good. Yeah, no, I bought my generator about 2 years ago, and it was just off eBay, and it was only a 2 kVA generator, and I don't know much about it. We just went camping with a few of the boys, and first time it fired up nicely. The second time I got it out, it wouldn't start. So put it in with you guys to try and get it fixed, and obviously, as you said, the inverter was no good. It had packed it in, so I virtually wasted $600, and since then I've had one of your Mickeyblu generators,
Good.
4 kVA generator, and it's been fantastic. We've used it now 3 times camping with the boys. Started first time every time. Love the key start. Key start's fantastic, and I'm just so impressed with that. And the other thing is too was, you know, being away in a caravan park, and it was just out of a caravan park. We were among caravans. We've got quite a few comments from people that own caravans remarking on how quiet they were. I don't know much about generators, but obviously they're very quiet. So I can't speak highly enough of them, mate, and just like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to own a Mickeyblu generator.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, look, I'm pleased, you know, you could have went and brought other brands, you know, happily. But I'm pleased that you're another happy customer, because,
no, it's great.
you know, that makes us feel good, because we put so much time into them to make sure they go to work.
Yeah, and I guess the peace of mind for me is not being mechanically minded. Just the peace of mind is having your phone number now and having the parts and you know, all the spare parts that we can call on is a big bonus for someone like myself. So thanks
Fantastic.
again, mate. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, mate, for that.
Buddy.
And thank you for giving me your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Cheers.